Okay guys, welcome back. Now I want to look here next at question 3 here, this figure. So I'm going to start off there with just a freehand 3D sketch. So again, we're not too concerned about the measurements here, we're just concerned about the proportion. So it's 70 by 80, so it's fairly square. So I just want to do my crow's foot here. 30 degrees, and vertical. So I'm going to draw that slab. Okay, so that's the base there. Now I want to take out this quarter circle here, so that's roughly back 30 and over 30. So that'll do, and I'm going to curve this and just come straight down from that, straight down from this, and put the same quarter circle curves there. Again, it's freehand, so don't be too critical of yourself, because it's not easy to do freehand starting out. So there is our base. Heavy that in and put the little corners of the crate there, and I can lighten the rest of this off then, because that's our base sorted, some of our base anyway. So next up, I want to do the wedge here that comes in 20, and I want to take that across light all the ways across. Now I'm not going to see all of that, but just to construct it I do need to ignore the second wedge here, number 2. I want to ignore that for the time being. So now this goes up 70, roughly 70, so that goes up there like this and slopes back over to here. So I want to get this slope here, and that goes back 20 then. So I'm just getting the angle in my brain here, and I'm going to join that goes to here. So that is our wedge, and we're going to see all of this, all of that. So I can heavy those in. Now my next move then, finally the second wedge here comes in about 20 also, which is about that much. And parallel to that would be the footprint of it on the ground. Then it goes up vertically until it's just a little bit down from the top and comes back. Here's the thickness of it, that angle. So that's heavy, that's heavy. Now I can join these. So that's our slope, and this goes parallel, and I will heavy in this line of intersection here where the vertical meets the horizontal, and that's our 3D of it pretty much done. I'll lighten off these lines here now. That's heavy coming down here, and I'll just put a surface underneath this. Now I'm going to put a few colors on this then to help us. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put 3 different colors on this depending on. I'm going to treat the base as one piece and wedge 1 and wedge 2. So I'm going to make the first wedge here blue, so that's our first wedge here. Then might go with green for the base. And just found orange will do. Now this is going to help us there now do our front, top and side view again in a second. So I will just heavy in a small bit closer to the edges here on this. Okay, so now we're good to go. The last thing I need to check here is which is the front, top and side. So we're told that A is the front. Now this is very important. So that's the front and this is the side. Okay, so the front, looking in here, the wedge, the blue wedge is going to be on our left. Okay, so I'm going to take away this here now. And the side view is looking to the left, so it's going to be drawn on the left. So what I'm going to do there now is just put my horizontal line over here. You can use set squares and measurements for this. So the front view is looking in from here. That's about 70 wide. So I'll just start it here. That's about 70 wide. So first of all, we're going to see the base going up 20. And about 30 of this. I'm going to just put in these lines here for the curve, because that's curving along there. So that's where our curve is. Now the next thing then is coming in 20. The wedge here goes straight off up in the air here like this for a height of 70. So just have a guess at that there, that's about 70. So again, you're going to be using set squares and measuring this accurately. I'll color this in now so you can see where this is going. So here's our sloping wedging thing. Okay. So having a pencil sharpener beside you is vital to the job. So there we go. I'll just heavy this in here now. So I'll just go over that pretty light. So that is our wedge, the big one here. That's our base, which I should put in green. And finally, the orange slope running down here is going up about 45. So that'll do, coming down to here. And I'll just put a colour on that. So that's our front view done. So now, there's our front view. So our top view now is relative to this. So I want to bring down the left, bring down the right. I'll bring this 20 line as well. I'm going to leave about 20 between them. So that there now is, so the blue wedge must be on the left when you're looking down from above as well. So, and it goes from the very back to the very front here. So I'll say it's about that much there. So when you're going to be measuring this, and that distance there is going to be 80. And then that comes across here. I need to put in my curve now here, which is N30, back 30. So that would be the center for the curve. And your curve is like that. And this here is the green base, but we've got to put in that wedge there, which comes in 20 along. So I'll color this in now as well. So there is our orange slopey wedge. Now here is the blue wedge, sloping here high, sloping down this way. And finally the green base, which is here up 20 along the ground, or horizontal 20 off the ground. So there's our top view. Now, finally then, onto the side view. So I want to put in here my 45-degree line. I want to bring this over and up and over and up. So now looking in from the side, first of all I'll put in the base. Okay, now that just proportionally now seems a tiny bit wider, just a tiny bit. We'll get over it again You're going to be using measurements for this. So I'm going to start off with the base. That's going to be green, and the curve, looking in from here, the curve is on the left, coming in 30. So like, I'll just put in these lines here. So that's the curvy bit there. I'll just shade that in there. Now, looking in from the side, you're going to see the orange wedge next. So I'm going to, and it's going to be on the right. So once I bring the height of this across, we know that it comes in 20. Now I could also bring this over and up. That should be 20. So here is our orange section. Now, and finally, behind that, then looking in from here, behind that is the blue slope, beginning up here and sloping down to here. So I'll just line that up there roughly. And that there is this. So again there, you've got to figure out the measurements for drawing this now with your set squares, but it's pretty straightforward, especially because you can just bring those heights across. So this is our 3D, this is front, this is our top, this is our side. That is question 3 from exercise chapter 12, exercise 3, and hope you enjoy that. Talk to you all next time.